we used yesterday to get some systems, system talk, and in our practice. And today was the same thing, where the first half of it, tempo and pace. The second half of it was probably a little bit slower to work on specific things.
Those top two lines stayed the same today. Are you liking what you see on them?
It's really tough. It's tough to make judgments on what you're doing in practice. One thing I will say is I'm really pleased with really everyone. The effort and the pace and the execution so far through the first 2 days of camp. But it's really tough to say he's having lots of success here or he's not doing his job there, based on going against each other in practice. And a lot of times, again, making assessments is playing exhibition games, and unfortunately we just don't have that.
Can you get a read on any chemistry after 2 days?
No. I mean, right now, no. I mean, you might see some things off the rush, but there's so much to playing a game. How are they defensively? How's the execution coming up? Are they responsible? Timing and all of those things go into, I think, building some chemistry. And it's so tough because the shifts are 20 seconds in length because you're practicing. You're trying to get something out of it.
You're going to do intra-scrimmages at some point?
Yeah, we're going to scrimmage tomorrow morning. Based on the numbers that we have. But this is what I wanted. I know some teams are doing it differently. Really wanted to have our guys here and going over specific things and spending more time with them, if they had questions. But we will scrimmage tomorrow.
And how do you do it with 5 lines?
What we'll do is we'll go 4 lines, and we'll take 2 players, put them on one team, take the other player, put them on the other team. Yeah, just mix them.
Could you talk a little bit about how just competition, how this helps you with goaltender? I mean, a lot of positions, obviously, but particularly goaltender, where Steve hasn't had a whole lot of people pushing him in the last 4 years.
There's competition all over in every position, and goaltending's no different. And I think it breeds. It's without question, it's a great motivator. With players that were here or not here, there's ice time, there's leadership responsibilities that you're looking for others to step into, and I hope that everybody in the room is looking at it as great opportunities.
Todd, do we read too much into this condensed season in terms of trying to prevent injuries and trying to stay sharp mentally? Is that a challenge at all?
It will be, I believe. Yeah, dealing with injuries and illnesses as a staff, myself, our strength coach, our training staff. I mean, we have to have a good line of communication in how we want to map out the year. And things change, but how do we keep these guys healthy? How do we, try to allow them to have as much energy as they can, based on our travel, based on our schedule, injuries. I said this the other day. I believe that the depth of organizations are going to be tested, just based on the importance of every game, and just how we're packing in so many games into a short amount of time that if you have one little injury, I mean you could miss 6 games. If you're out for 10 days, you're probably missing 6 games. And if you miss a week, makes 3-4 days. I mean, you're missing important games.
Any plans in place along that line, like less morning skates or that kind of thing?
We've talked about it. We've had discussions about it. But a lot of those things are, I think you make decisions based on where you're at in the season, and I think you get a sense of what do the guys really need right now. As a coach, I think we're going to be looking for ice time to practice. It's always try to find solutions, and then hopefully design a practice where you can work on whatever's problematic in your game. And it's going to be tough to find those days based on what we just talked about. You're either playing a game or you're traveling, or you might be looking for a day of rest, both physically and mentally.